Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to our first Tuesday Night Thrive. I think I'm going to turn the light on. Yes, that's better. That's better. Better. So, how's everyone doing? Welcome. I tried to go live last Tuesday night. I'm trusting that tonight is the perfect night to do it. It's February the 4th and of 2025. Last week, though, YouTube wanted me to verify who I was. So I had to go through this whole rigmarole. They were going to send me, they were going to send an email in 6 hours. Well, 6 hours I was asleep. So then I had to start the process again the next day in order to upload the Whimsical Wednesday messages. So, anyways, I'm happy to be here. Very warm welcome to all of you who are new and those of you who are coming back. Thank you so much for continuing to show up. My name's lisalyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. You can find all the information you need about me in the description box below. Until mid 2024, I was the creator of a space on Facebook, a beautiful growing spiritual community called Wisdom of the Heart. In May of 2024, that community with over 12,000 beautiful souls within it was hijacked and stolen from me. So this year, 2025, is all about growing my presence here on YouTube, as well as social media in the links in the description box below. So hello. I'm not sure where this is going to go. It's going to depend on participation. I think we will do a bit of an energetic check-in for the week coming. So I go live Tuesday nights and again Saturday night. So I think we'll do a little energy check-in between now and Saturday just to see what's going on. I also go live Thursday morning for coffee time. Sorry about that. I'm going to be moving myself all around here. And I realize how stark and white the walls are now that, I'm back live here. Anyways, how is everyone doing? There is a new schedule here on this channel. So Monday nights, I'm feeling, it's not Monday nights, Monday. I was feeling Mondays were going to be like Mindful Monday or Mudra Monday, something like that. I'm really feeling Mondays are called to be movement. So Monday in your world is Friday in my world. So I'm feeling like we'll do some movement on Mondays just to support ourselves in the moment, to be an active participant in the shift, in the integration of, or just the getting comfortable in the new skin, because we're in this process right now of shedding. And what we're shedding is the dead weight that is standing in our way. So basically, ourselves standing in our own way of the legacy that we are here to leave. And we are here at this time as the seeds of that legacy. I find it really interesting. So I brought my Moonology, and I believe it's the Queen of the Moon Oracle with me. And on the bottom of the deck, we have meditate and contemplate, the new moon in Pisces. So for those of you who have been traveling with me for a while, particularly through 2024 and into 2025, you will know that last year, our new moon in Pisces, which was on March the 10th of 2024, it was a huge catalyst for many of us for subsequent events that were unfolding. How beautiful is that? Subsequent events that would unfold throughout the remainder of 2024 that were really catalysts for our personal healing. And the first card out, and I love that it's the first card out, and it is the masculine. And so it does feel at this time. So this generally isn't my number for masculine. 23 and 32 are my number for the divine masculine. But here we have the 42, which, and we have the moon in the background, and then all the phases of the moon up there, that this divine masculine is holding between his wands. This really feels feminine. And so what I'm really guided to say, it feels like the divine masculine is coming into his power to support the feminine who is here at this, some may say critical. I am guided to say this sacred and holy hour where the shifting of the power is coming back to the people, who, to us, the ones who have done our work. And here we have the divine masculine and feminine. 6 is really about our health, our physical body. 7 is actually really about the physical body, and in particular about awakening through the chakras, awakening through the energy centers along our spine, which have been with us throughout this entire lifetime. And it's, this is so beautiful. So this message really feels like this week we are coming into our power in a really balanced way. My voice just changed there. I'm just here talking to myself for now. Oh, okay, that's perfect. So it feels like this week we're really coming into our power, and it's a 4-day. Like today is the 4th, and I'm feeling like all the work that we have done, the inner work we have done along the way, and particularly through the decade of 2024, is really paying off. And this card comes to say your hard work is paying off. I'm feeling guided to say stick to the course that your heart has chosen for you. And we see this beautiful thumbnail crescent moon in this imagery here. And I'm wondering how many of you connected with it. It was 3 nights ago. Venus and the thumbnail moon, the crescent moon in the sky. It was really spectacular. And it really felt, this energy of like love wins. Stick to the course your heart has chosen, and you have, and it's paid off. You are not sitting here now watching some random lady on YouTube by accident. It's all with purpose, and you came here in this lifetime for great purpose. You were born to shine. And all we are called to do in this lifetime is surrender to the divine. And again, there's no hard and fast rules for the spiritual journey. All I would say is if there's any rule, or if there's any rule, it is to love yourself more and to not doubt, like to go to your heart, because you already know. And here we have the wisdom card. You already know. The wisdom is already within your experience. And each of us was born to nurture and reestablish our close and personal relationship to Source. We don't need a middle person. There's nobody that needs to mediate between us and Source. Oh, and I was going to say, if I said there was one important thing on the spiritual journey, perhaps there's 2, and perhaps these 2 things are the pillars: our willingness to continue to heal, and our willingness to continue to heal will create this softening within our experience if we allow, if we surrender to the divine each and every moment within time. This feels really lovely. And with this, I'm really feeling like Go for your dreams. Keep the faith. It's up to you. And it was 10:01 there. It's like, this feels like a time of reset. So let's just tune in and see if the ancestors would like to bring through any messages for us. Like, that's it. This is Tuesday night, Born to Thrive, grateful to be alive. This is your life. This is your life. And as who you are, as Lisa Diane Lyle, this is the one life Lisa Diane Lyle, as the human, the human lady, woman, girl gets. And so the child, the young lady, and the woman that sits here today, there's been a consistent dream the whole way. And so if I don't realize my dreams and support my dreams in coming to life, who is going to do that? And so here we have this beautiful, it's the legacy card. It's the legacy card at 11:11. It is the legacy card. We are here seeding our legacy. And what is our legacy meant to be? The legacy of love. And that journey begins with ourself each and every day in our devotional practices, our the daily discipline that we bring to our experience. Really, either our habits, I'm hearing, our habits either support us in positive ways or are a hindrance. And we're not here to carry dead weight and baggage forward. No, 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 not at this time. Because if we do, we are going to loop back into that wheel of karma instead of, spiraling onto that spiral of grace and really manifesting, harnessing our destiny in this lifetime. This is peaceful embodiment of, I'm guided to say, lessons hard learned. And this is really about one who has had the entire experience, gone through the motions of feeling what that entire experience was and healing that, and now puts their beautiful face, their beautiful soul forward as they go out into the world to serve. And that's truly what we're here for. We're all stars wrapped in skin. I'm hearing let love win. It says lover to lover and parents to child. We unite and live on throughout the ages, generation upon generation. What will your story be? Remember that you are a part of an expansive human family. Past, present, future, all lives now as us, you and me. And within that connection, there's a oneness. It's the understanding of, as we do our work, it really supports our understanding of, what is perceptually the other, like another dear human, sister or brother. Remember, you are a part of of an expansive human family, past, present, future, and all are traveling together on this boat named Earth. Through our journey, though our journey may be experienced differently, our destination, our home, is shared. Each journey is intertwined. And my personal feelings around that are, our journeys are intertwined via the heart mind, like via that understanding that we are all interconnected. We are connected through our breath. We are connected through the soles of our feet. When our feet kiss the earth, our bare feet kiss the earth. We are interconnected through, the heavens and the night sky, even the daytime sky, as well as the waters of life. We are the waters of life here at this time. And within our body, the water is within the sacral chakra, the emotional center in our physical vessel. You are at the beginning of a new cycle. Yay! Hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Can we find joy in every day? Your parents have their own separate stories, and all these stories were agreed upon, predetermined, yet separate. Yeah, it says but, and I said, so it says but still separate, and I said yet separate. You have responsibility, an expected path. Expectations can be broken. Your inner child has a chance to reframe inherited pain. Negative genetics wither away at the joy of knowing with higher awareness and new positive cycles. We're in this positive cycle now. And the other day, I believe it was Saturday Night Live, the first one, just a couple nights ago, that was the message, all about harnessing our solar power, like, and now is the time. We don't want to slither and our way into the true new year, which is the spring, still carrying the baggage of back there. And this really feels like a letting go and letting yourself off the hook. This is about our vision. It's a number 16. And we have two 16s on the table, which is like 7-7. This is about coming into your power by holding your vision, not giving up on your dreams. It says here on the card, heaven is where you find it. Do you have faith that you were born for a heavenly experience while here on earth? A prosperity, abundance, unlimited opportunity and potential for connection with the other, as well as, honoring your unique path. You are the artist. You are the canvas. Your life is the canvas. You are the storyteller. Love is the main ingredient. Remember that I said, if there was one golden rule for the spiritual awakening, if you will, which is ongoing as long as we're in the flesh, there's always more to learn. And there's probably always more to heal. The longer I'm around, the more I find that the longer you're around, there's something else, another layer, a deeper aspect of self that would like to come up and be acknowledged. And it's always from a place of love, of that inner child, that child that lives within the experience that at one time was pure delight and joy. That was their experience until someone probably told that little girl or boy not to be that special someone that they were born to be. From a very young age, the projections of others molded our experience, created those neurological pathways, created those emotional boundaries, those emotional blocks, if you will, from a space of needing to protect ourselves. But it's up to us. Here we are as adults, and it's up to us to set our soul free, to open up our heart, to be like that beautiful monarch butterfly we see here on this card, to let it out in the world. And you know what? I've never noticed that until today, but there's an eagle's head in there. Does it say anything? Oh, release. Set your soul song free. Sing, sweet child, sing. The other day before work, my son needed the car, so he dropped me off really early. So I just went and sat at this field by my work and just kind of walked around. And there were a couple of trees that were still holding on to leaves. It's February. And all I could think, the message I kept getting when I was recording this little tree and the beautiful sound it was making is like, little tree, drop those leaves. Little tree, drop those leaves. And we are the little trees, right? And we're all at different stages of our development, of our growth, and we're all working those separate yet connected pathways. Separate yet connected. Like what I'm visualizing is a root system, like through the ground, the root system of a tree. So don't judge yourself for where you are. And this hand here, I'm feeling this hand right here is like these hands, right? Sticking to our, letting ourselves free, letting ourselves be seen, honoring the interconnection, and walking the path of divine responsibility, right? Surrendering to the divine, allowing the divine to guide our life. And this happens through our solar plexus and our heart and our high heart, and the way that we create and co-create and connect with others. And when we think of the butterfly, like think of the transformation to get to the butterfly stage, right? To the point where these monarchs are flying free, 2121, to take on the world, to really experience the world as a human, Hueman, being. Think of like that butterfly had to, be the caterpillar that had to eat all those leaves and then spin itself into a chrysalis and then dissolve into a pile of goo, like liquefy, and then transform to the butterfly that we see before our delightful eyes. So it feels like there's a lot of butterflies within you that want to be set free. A lot of creative projects, a lot of, here's the second 22 on the table. We had 22 here with wisdom, and we have 22 here with spirit. Our wisdom is not something that we acquire from books. From books, we gain knowledge, we get information. Wisdom, many, many years ago, I received the message that, Lisa, wisdom is nothing more than your pain healed. So it's like information that we already have inside of us. It's that innate knowing, it's that aspect of ourselves that when we were children, very likely irritated many of the adults in our life, right? Because it's like, how do you know that? Or, disbelief that a child would know such a thing. I find it really interesting that when I was guided to connect to this deck, we've got 3 from the direction north. And north is where spirit resides, our ancestors, our loved ones in spirit, the night sky, our star out there in the night sky. And then these 2 cards that came out are the east and west path, which is the path, the red road of healing that we walk in this lifetime as we, via acts of self-love. And love is an action, not an emotion. So it's up to us to take the action in our daily life to perhaps create the motion in the ocean, right? To perhaps create the waves that we're here to create, and perhaps to splash others with delight of, our appreciation for life. The fact that we are here, given an opportunity. We actually chose to come here and have this opportunity of leaving a legacy of love. Self-love is one thing. Legacy energy is, family, and how we're going to be remembered after the vessel of flesh is gone. Feels really lovely. And I'm just feeling guided to grab a couple more cards from these decks, and then we're going to call it quits. There's been people popping in and out. Nobody here to chat with me tonight. Oh, nobody here to chat with me tonight because we are each here to get beyond our fright, our fear. you know what? Nobody's here. You do it anyways. This is what I am here to do. I love sharing, and I trust that whenever you connect with these messages, there will be something here that supports you and encourages you. And look at that, the solar plexus, the solar fire coming online. And I'm feeling, like the birds flying free of the cage. We have the monarchs flying free from the vessel of flesh. And it's like the monarchs are the soul being exposed, the soul allowing itself to be seen, to show itself. And then with the eagle in there, the eagle's face in there, the eagle is the messenger that goes direct to source, direct to creator, direct to, father, sky, God. Spit it out, Lisa. God, right? And God, creator, source, knows our heart. That's who I'm here in service to. That's the energy. That's the essence of unconditional love that I'm here in service to. What about you? So if there's any fear of allowing yourself to be seen, remember, your hard work is paying off. Keep going. Stick to the vision. Stick to your vision, Maestro Fresh West. Fresh West, not West. We were from the East. We weren't from the West. Vision, stick to your vision. Heaven is where you find it. I'm here for the heaven on earth experience, so I'm here to create it. And yeah, it's moment to moment. It's a process, right? And we're surrendering our will, and we each have free will, which resides in the solar plexus. But if we're afraid, we're not, our mind activates the solar plexus into either allowing divine to guide our life, or the ego does. And ego, as we know, is edging God out. And so then that's when we're going to impose our will on others. That's when we're going to be really stern in our stance, so much so that we, again, close ourselves off from the experience. It's like the snake that won't rub up against the rocks to shed its skin. We're shedding because spirit wants to guide our life each and every step of the way. We're standing on our own 2 feet. The divine masculine and feminine are coming together as we speak into power, yet each individual and unique within the experience, because we're here to seed this legacy of love. Oh, I didn't even realize that was a double 8. Oh my gosh, that's how tired I am. Maybe I didn't even realize that was 8-8. I'm just like seeing the 26. So we have 8-8, we have 7-7, we have 22-22 on the table. We have triple eights. Oh my goodness, how fortunate. I recently moved. My address is 888. This is fortunate. This is abundance. This is the beginning. It's a bright new beginning, because you have with discipline and dedication and self-love and compassion, you have done the inner work, and you will continue for the rest of your days here, bare feet, kissing the earth, to do your work. And so thank you so much for that. What an honor. 888s, 16, so double 7s, 22. And what was this one? There is no number on that or that. So pay attention to the number sequences you're seeing. And when you see 888, here we go. Peace. I'm hearing that, that song, I've got the joy. It's the children's Sunday school song. I got the joy down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Where? Yeah. And how many people know, like the next line? I've got the peace that passes understanding down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Where? So this is about the peace that passes understanding, like external to the experience of the individual. Things likely aren't perfect. They rarely are. And yet it's a choice that we make to show up for ourselves in loving ways, because love is an action. So it's the daily discipline, focus, commitment, um, the inner work, right? The sitting in meditation, the breath practices, the everyday things, the walking the dogs, the cooking of a meal, all of that kind of stuff. Today was laundry day, doing laundry. Can we show up for ourselves and be peaceful at knowing that we are shedding the skin, so the wheel of fortune is turning in our favor? It's like we are moving in onto our destined path, and everything that we have experienced to this point, we had to experience to this point to bring us here in a peaceful space, um, hopefully more gentle than we were in previous phases of our development and our life. And it feels like 2025, and particularly the next 6 to 7 weeks as we approach the true new year, spring of 2025, it feels like this is about you. This is about each of us, rolling up our sleeves and doing the work that we came here to do. And I've shared a lot. I share everything I share is, as a result of personal experience. And hopefully that is what supports the connection, and supports the growth of this community, and, and perhaps in some small way supports you on your spiritual path. Uh, How beautiful. I was just talking about like doing the work now before the birth of the true new year, which is spring. And we have this beautiful Empress energy. It's back to here. Our first two cards out, the masculine and power. And here's the beautiful divine feminine again. Really, really, it feels like via the process of the shedding of the skin, we really are coming into our own. We're really settling into, you know what, acceptance. I'm a lover. I'm a lover, not a fighter, although I've fought my way through a lot of this life. And yet I've always held a vision for my life, from the time I was a very little girl. And that hasn't changed. It's kind of like, the fairy tale happily ever after. I still believe that's meant to be my experience. And, I was fortunate enough to have a few wonderful years with a wonderful human being, Frank, who still supports and loves me from his new station. Well, I guess it's not that new. He's been there for 6 years now. It's such a gift. We were in each other's life. And, hindsight allows me to see that, I was like a spiritual support midwife for him as he was moving through those final years of his human experience. And, you know, um, so I know now that he's, working behind the scenes from his new station to really support, I keep hearing like, just have faith, honey, have faith, keep doing you. Don't worry too much about what others do. Focus on you and remember who you are. And this is really who I am, the Empress, the energy of the mother, the earth, the nurturer, the lover, the not much of a disciplinarian, although I tend to be very disciplined in my own life. As a parent, I wasn't overly much of a disciplinarian. And I feel like again that just comes from my own personal experience. So I parented in a way that, for the most part, I wasn't parented. And because I didn't want my child to have a similar energetic experience. And yet, that opens up a whole other can of worms. So this is it. This is how we're going to end out this message. It's like, keep showing up for yourself in really sustainable ways on a daily basis, and remember why you're here. And remember, release is a big part of the experience, and it helps us to come into our power and really surrender to the divine that wants to guide us through this life as we experience everything that we imagined we could experience in this life. I'm terrible at holding these cards backwards. It was like when I was teaching, when I got certified to be a fitness instructor, I had the most challenging time mirroring the class. Like, I could teach much better if I was facing the mirror with them and doing it like that. And to do the exam to get certified, you actually had to mirror. And I didn't do it the first time. I was so discombobulated. Of course, I got better at it and was able to do it. But this kind of feels like what's going on in our life too. There's like, mirror, mirror on the wall. And we are all reflections of one another, and, good, bad, or otherwise. And if we recognize it in the other, then it definitely is a part of us and our experience. So if we can show up for ourselves in loving ways each and every day, all you need is love, yes, but it's not like sitting around and, like, I don't sit around and fantasize about, the life I see for myself. I mean, I don't just sit around and expect it to come knocking on my door. We have to take action, and love is an action, and we confuse it with an emotion. And lots of us, when we were younger in life, we confused. Hey, welcome, Elaine. I got your email. I'll be in touch with you in the next day or two. I have quite a full day of readings tomorrow, so we'll be in touch. So Elaine was our winner for January. She got the free reading giveaway, and all you need to do to get in on that is just be a subscriber to the channel. So if you resonate with anything, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It really supports the ability of the channel to grow and thrive. It's like encouragement, and it also allows me to tap into that energy of everyone who has hit that subscribe button. And then anytime you comment on any of the content, much of which is timeless here on this page, your name will also be entered into the monthly giveaway. And so we'll do our next at the end of this month. I don't know the day yet. I usually work around the moon or something like that. But what I was guided to say here is, like, many of us, when we were young in this experience, because of the things that happened, the things that we experienced as a child between birth and, say, 14, many of us made a mistake about what love was, and it's probably not until we grew up and began to take responsibility. I know personally, I spent a lot of time like pointing fingers. It was, my parents' fault, or this person's fault, or that person's fault, or the teacher's fault, or whatever. And then there came a point in time, I was 24 years old. It was February of 1995. And that, for me, oh, we're coming up to that. 30 years. That's amazing. So at that point in time, February 18th, 1995, I made a decision to take responsibility for myself and the trajectory of my life. And that's really when I began to grow up. So I was like a 24-year-old in like a 14-year-old, like I was in a 24-year-old body with the emotional maturity of probably a 14-year-old, and maybe younger than that. So in the last 30 years, I've done a lot of growing up. And this is what I hope to share through this channel, um, through daily life, through actions in daily life, is just being a living example of the light and moving beyond the fright and growing up and taking responsibility for ourselves and what we bring to the table on a daily basis. And it's about being balanced. I love that we started with these cards and then we are going to end with this one. It's like coming into our power in a balanced way. 19 is the sun energy, the happiest card in the tarot. And it's beautiful that, the sun came in here when we have so much moon energy, the feminine. And the sun comes in as this masculine who showed up in really gentle ways, like a gentle man is showing up in the experience. Really, it's how Frank showed up in my life as a beautiful complement to the wacky, wonderful, and highly intuitive feminine that I am. And it feels really nice. It was very balanced. And this feels very balanced as well and incredibly powerful. So stick to the course that your heart has chosen. Don't give up on your dreams. You allow yourself to be guided by spirit. Allow the divine to permeate your life as you move beyond these fears that prevent you from experiencing this deep peace as you seed your legacy of love that lives on and on and on. And this release, I'm feeling guided to read this card as we wrap up this live stream. Yeah, they are wonderful. To end sorrow and pain, one must have a keen sense of awareness, a clear and simple mind. Simplicity requires a great deal of discipline. Everything we've been chatting about this evening. Oh my gosh, there's a reason I was guided to end this with this. Simplicity requires a great deal of discipline, intelligence, and sensitivity. It is not an abstract item. The shaman must summon inner strength, not only of thought, but of the soul. He must surrender, open, and release himself as a cocoon must release the butterfly. Inspiration blows through you like the winds of creation. Remember? Inspiration blows through you like the winds of creation, not blustering, but soft, like the flutter of butterfly wings on your cheek. As clouds part, the sun brings forth the wild sensuousness of the earth, awakened. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Awakened and bursting with bloom. Opening the rich vitality of your inner heart, new vision bursts forth from your chest with the clarity of an eagle's eye. It says eagle's eye on the card. How did I not see the eagle until tonight? I don't know. That's so funny. Clarity of an eagle's eye. Your soul knows the landscape of your destiny. Trust in this. Yes, that beautifully is the entire message. Trust in yourself as we move through this week, as we continue to move through the remainder of winter here in the Northern Hemisphere, moving towards spring, the true new year. Stick to the course your heart has chosen. Show up for yourself in disciplined ways each and every day, remembering love is an action, not an emotion. Everything that you can imagine for your life is possible if you And me, it was 444 there across the board. If we continue to have faith in our dreams. I see you. I feel you. I love you. Thanks so much for showing up. Come back to this channel tomorrow. There will be a whimsical Wednesday offering. It will be an interactive message, left or right. Which will it be? Not sure if it'll be live or pre-recorded. We'll just see. I have quite a busy day tomorrow. So with that being said, thank you so much for being here. If anything here resonated, please do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that little notification bell. Elaine, thanks so much for showing up here. You have been a long time support of mine. I love you so much. And I'm eternally grateful for our presence in the here and now. Until next time, everyone, take good care. And get out there and show yourself you care. Thank you.